What is up, everybody? Solomon here. Super excited to be with Genfinity down at Hello Future Live. Obviously, a gigantic Hedera community-driven event. There have been lots of panels today. And yesterday and Friday. Also equally excited to have Tyler. Tyler is the founder of the TIE Project. Tyler, can you give a little bit of an overview about what the TIE Project is? What do you guys do?
Sure. Yeah. So we make titanium and stainless steel merchandise, primarily geared towards crypto companies, NFT projects. And essentially, I'm acting as a service provider to people who are building out in this space right now. I don't personally have a background in software engineering or coding. I dabbled a little bit, I know a little bit about it, but for me to go out and create my own project, it would be like reinventing the wheel. And I figured with so many other people doing it right now, it just didn't make sense for me to go that route. But I understood I have the opinion that this space is here to stay, that there's gonna be so much more development here, there's gonna be so much growth. And I knew I wanted to get involved with it somehow, build a business in some capacity. And I come from a background of mechanical engineering. And so I figured, maybe I could make physical products and kind of gear them towards this community. And that's what I did. And that was about 2 years ago when I started. And we've just been pretty steadily growing ever since. Yeah,
and there's a variety of aspects too. I know that you're rocking the keychain right now. The one side, what's on the one side there? That's H-bar?
Yep, this is H-bar on the front. We got XRP on the back. So just kind of a reverse.
You also have the ring.
Yep. Yeah, so this is a...
So you're rocking all the merch across the board.
Yep.
So outside of like the merchandise aspects, one of the really important things in this space is obviously, securing your own potential wealth for the future, right? So
absolutely.
One of the really cool things that you guys have is the Ark Plate. Tell us a little bit about what the Ark Plate looks like.
Yeah, so the Ark Plate is kind of now our flagship product that we're leading with. It's the tip of the spear, as I call it, because it solves a real problem, and it's a very, very consistent problem across this whole space. People lose their keys all the time. They write them down on paper in the back of a notebook or whatever, and when they need them 2-3 years down the line, they have no idea where they put it, or they lost the notebook, or it gets burned up in a house fire, or whatever the case may be. The point is that all those funds are inaccessible now. And it happens a lot, because I think going from this kind of banking world, Web 2, we are so used to being able to call our bank and say, hey, I lost my card, can I have a new one? And then they'll just send you a new one, and no big deal. But with your crypto, if you lose your keys, there's nobody to call. You're done. You're done. It's over. So I think people just don't take that seriously enough. They don't have enough of a sense of urgency on that. And they don't treat that wealth with that level of care, because a lot of times people will, they'll put in an amount of money that might be somewhat valuable to them at that time, but they don't really think about it until all of a sudden, a bull market turns around, and then that wealth goes up like tremendously. And then all of a sudden there is a lot of wealth, and then they start panicking and thinking about, oh my God, like, what do I do? And you don't want to be in that situation. You want to be more proactive with it before anything like that happens. You want to have everything prepared. And so anyway, the Ark Plate it stands for Asset Recovery Key Plate. It's an acronym, and it's a simple stainless steel plate that has a grid on it with letters A through Z, and then a set of rows, 1 through 24. So you have a seed phrase that comes with, like a BIP39 standard seed phrase that comes with Ledger, Trezor, Decent Wallet, you name it, Hashpack, etc. And you can actually physically record those keys onto this piece of stainless steel. It comes with a punch, so you just punch with a hammer divot into that grid, kind of like filling out a Scantron in school, and it's real simple. There's no moving parts. It's very easy to learn. It comes with a set of instructions and a punch and everything you need. And it's a pretty affordable product. The Guardian model that is meant for Ledger and those types of wallets that use the 24 words is a $55 item in our store. We also have a version that's geared directly towards the Zum wallet. We partner directly with them, and they have a slightly different standard where they use just numbers. And so because of that, it's instead of A through Z, 26 possible digits, we have 0 through 9. So there's 10. So it's a much thinner, leaner piece, and that's a $25 item. So compared to a lot of our competition, they're charging triple or more of what we are. And there's really no reason for that. We tried to design it as efficiently as possible, take out all the costs we can and pass that on to the consumer. And also one of I think the key advantages that we in the Thai project have is that we're manufacturing these in-house here in the US. So it gives us the potential to actually brand Ark Plate to be tailored towards companies like Uphold or Decent Wallet or whatever. And so we're in talks with, I think, 6 now different wallet providers, largely thanks to you as well, and with the Genfinity team. So hopefully those leads will turn into converted sales, but there's definitely interest there amongst corporate. And I think that that's a really key strategy for us right now in the bear market, is just to try to get in the door with as many corporates as possible and kind of sell them on the idea and the importance of having a product like this that they can offer to their clients, because it's so, it could solve a lot of problems for their clients.
Well, we certainly believe in what you're doing with everything with the Thai project. Obviously, I think it was about a week ago, we announced our media partnership with you. So you should definitely expect to see a lot more about what Tyler's building with the Thai project coming forward as well. You mentioned a couple of names there. So from a recent milestone and achievement standpoint, is there still discussions with some of these exchanges and some of these wallets?
Absolutely.
So, go ahead.
Yeah. So Uphold is definitely the biggest fish that we're talking to right now. And I had met the CEO of Uphold, Simon, at the OnXDC conference in Austin a few weeks ago. And to my surprise, he was he was really open to talking to me. I didn't know. He looked like he was in a hurry to get somewhere, and I was like, it's now or never. And I kind of approached him and congratulated him first of all on Uphold's success, because they've been doing so many amazing things lately, and their upcoming Vault offering is going to be an amazing feature that I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of. But anyway, I kind of pitched the idea of Ark Plate and said, maybe with this Vault thing that you guys are coming out with, it makes sense to offer this as well. As an option. And so he seemed very open to that. He was very encouraged. And so he introduced me to the COO, as well as the CEO of Uphold Labs, who's in charge of the Vault product. And we just had a call not too long ago, just a few days ago, kind of on the next steps. I just made some mock-ups for them. I'm sending them to London. They're in the mail right now. So they're going to get them in hand and kind of play with them a little bit and see how they feel and what they're like. And we'll probably adjust the design a bit. But once we get that confirmed, we could potentially be launching this sooner rather than later, which would be incredible. They've got 10 million users on their platform. So, even if a fraction of those people convert to the Vault, and then if a fraction of those people convert to get an Ark Plate to go with it, that's still a lot of people.
Sure. And it's really about, I know that you've mentioned this a lot, building out economies of scale.
Yes.
One thing that I think that's very interesting too is, we're here right now at Hello Future Live, which is a kind of a Hedera-centric Hedera community event. And you mentioned OnXDC a couple of weeks ago. How important are these physical events? And being at this Hedera event, what's your experience meeting the community members? Because obviously you're rocking the XRP is not a security shirt.
I am.
And then the dual-sided keychain as well, which is awesome. The proper party shirt, your ring, Hedera. So you're like running both sides of the fence. But what's been your experience at this event? And I saw you on the side, by the way, yesterday, Tyler snagged Lehman Baird and was talking to Lehman and Mance about the Ark Plate and everything else. Just a little bit of your experience.
No, exactly. So, to your point, the in-person experiences has been worth every penny to go. Obviously it's not cheap to get the plane tickets and to take the days off and to go out here and pay for everything, but it has been so worth it because, like I said, I was able to talk to the CEO of Uphold, got his phone number at this event just a few weeks ago, and then talked to the CBO of Decent Wallet in the same event. And so we're both, both of those leads are actively progressing with Ark Plate right now just because we went to this event. And then same thing with this one, talking to Lehman. I was not expecting that at all, and Mance. And then going to the proper party and just seeing all of these people from the community and just having a great time. It's hard to put a number on, from a value perspective on what that's actually worth. But I think that even if one of these leads goes through, it's worth all the trips of the whole year.
100%
combined.
Yep. And then it's once one comes through, obviously. Once one big name comes through, that's snowball effect.
That's kind of my hope as well. And I've started to see that just from the direct to consumer side of things, just because of the social proof. We've got reviews from, Jason Brink from Gala Games on the website, testimonials from Crypto Airy, testimonials from Ray Fuentes, a lot of people on the website that a lot of people know of. And so it's like, oh, okay, I know him, I trust him, I know him, I trust him. So that's big. And then we've got a lot of reviews now and a lot of other people just sharing on Twitter. It's like, I got this in the mail, this is really cool. And that kind of stuff just really, really, really helps. The organic kind of, feedback that people have, they're excited about the products they get. But I think it's going to really go to that next level if we can have, decent wallet logo on the website or an uphold or whatever, and it will really start to go crazy from there. And we'll maybe be able to get in the door of a ledger or, something like that. So we'll see what happens, but I definitely am feeling optimistic right now. I think Ark Plate is going to be a staple in this whole Web3 space. I think it's kind of at the perfect time. Like Jay from Spin the Bits, we had a dinner the day before the proper party, and he kept telling me over and over and over again that Ark Plate is coming at the perfect time, because he every single week he gets multiple people telling him that they lost their keys, and it's just like it's a heartbreaking thing that people have to go through, and they spend all these years holding their crypto, and then all of a sudden they realize, oh my God, I can't access this anymore. Yeah. And it's just a horrible thing to really think about. And so we really want to get to the point where we have a lot of educational content. And I think that Genfinity and TIE Project can definitely come together and create content for people to help them understand, first of all, the importance of doing this, and then how to do it. And we'll go through all of it. But I just think people really need to, first of all, understand how important this stuff is, and then actually do something about it. Whether you get an Ark Plate or not, you got to do something to secure your wealth.
How do we check out for those watching? Is it what's the website address? How do you get there?
So TIE Project, TIproject.com is the website, and pretty much all the information's on there. You can contact me at info@tieproject.xyz. I need to get a new email to match the .com domain, but that's how you can get to me. I'm tboone_8 on Twitter or X. So any of those ways you can get to me, and we're real excited.
We're really excited as well, and super excited to continue the conversations, bringing some more of the cross-chain exposure into what you're doing with TIE. We really believe in what you're doing across the board, and I think it makes sense. The services that you're providing for potential clients make sense. The services that you're providing from a security standpoint for users, everybody needs additional security and should be custodying their own assets in ways that takes a couple of minutes with a high quality piece of material. It's a really simple solution. Just makes sense. So really appreciate your time, Tyler, and looking forward to doing more interviews in the future, man.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate it so much.